Today, my friends, I want to talk about male disrespect. And I'm not just talking about random women to men on the street, but even within the household, not only from the mother, but from the daughters as well. I came across this video here on MTR this morning, and I'm going to show it from MTR's channel simply because the original video was deleted by the young lady who created it. But I found it so fascinating and frustrating because, believe it or not, I'm experiencing a little bit of it from my 18-year-old daughter at this stage. She's just finished her A-level. She's just gone through the first part of the system, so to speak. But what I am seeing is starting to exhibit a bit of that, and what we call in Jamaica, she smell her own draws. In other words, she's starting to push and test her boundaries of how she should act as a woman rather than a girl, even though she's still under my roof. She's still completely supported by me, right? And I have to check her. I've had to check her a few times because I started to see a few levels of disrespect that I will not tolerate in my home. I don't know how many of you have seen this so far, but I'm going to play a bit of this video here, and so that you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Gentlemen, ladies, hit the like button, please. Please understand one thing about respect amongst men. You don't have to love a man, but you damn well and better respect him. Men don't require love. He requires respect. And once you lose respect for your man, and that man sees that, there's not a lot you can do to come back from that. Just telling you, ladies, learn, please. So I'm trying to teach my daughters, keep that shit under control, because this is a disease that's all over the freaking world right now.
My narcissist father trying to kick me out when I don't have a place to go or the finances yet. I have a job and I'm in school, by the way.
What's up, guys?
Hi.
These are her younger brothers.
What's up?
Are we gonna film?
Looking too through.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're here to pack you.
And I have to leave until the 16th. I told you that. My apartment's not available until the 16th.
They see.
I've made an application and they said I cannot move in until the 16th, so I need to stay for a couple more days so I can transition properly and not lose my things. Okay?
You won't lose anything.
Now notice, that was a statement. That wasn't a request. She's not asking the father, can I stay here until that date? It wasn't a request. She's demanding. She's stating that she's going to stay here as if this is her house. I had to remind my 18-year-old, hey, you're an adult now. I said, I'm responsible for your visa, but I'm not responsible for your everyday living. Try to remember that. So I had to bring mine in line very quickly because they start to test you very, very early. This isn't something about the mother isn't in the home. This is something that is influencing women from the outside. This is influencing them online. This is the culture of the society that we're existing in now that is influencing them. I have a wife and a strong woman in the house. It's not that we're not living apart, but these are things that we both, my wife and I, are seeing. She's bringing it in line, but the problem is the majority of the disrespect is coming my way. And because, and another thing, I'm a Caribbean, my wife is British, so the way they look at disrespect, woman to woman in the white world, I'm just going to say it blatantly, is a lot different from how Black people see disrespect in the house in the African or in the Black community. Black women don't tolerate the level of disrespect that most white women do. I can tell you that. So my wife tends to ease it up. But when she does that, and the disrespect is thrown at me, it comes back at me even harder. And that's why I have to be hard, man. Because I can no longer look at her as my little baby anymore. She's almost 19 now. I can't look at her as my little baby. No. She's a grown-ass woman, and she knows that. So she now tests the boundaries to see how much disrespect she can get away with. This is what this 23-year-old is doing, but she is far gone. Whew. You guys got to listen to this shit.
I'm not putting your furniture out, and you're welcome to have this furniture. But you have to find somewhere else to stay temporarily until the 16th.
I can't. I don't have anywhere right now. I can't. I'm working. I'm starting school on the 15th.
You can stay at
and I need to be able to
stay here place for a while, but
no, that's not right. That's not right.
No,
I just need a couple more days. I haven't done it. I haven't even done anything, and you're still lying and making assumptions about me. That's all you have been doing. And I just need, to make that clear, I just need a couple more days until the 16th so I can move out.
Look at him being calm.
Yeah, if my daughter ever mentioned the word that I am lying, that's an automatic ticket for her to leave my house. Automatic. To tell your father he's lying and then put it online?
I'm going to sit here and lie and tell you that I am lying.
Right.
You are. You have been.
Oh.
Listen, you got to.
And then she doubled down. She doubled down. Holy Christ. If that was my father or even my mother that I said that to back in my day, you would have probably seen a major scar or something would be disfigured on my face right now if I had ever said that to my parents. This is the world that we're now living in, man.
Like I said, the door of reconciliation.
You got to go.
Open. I would love for you when you're ready to be honest about things and ready to talk to siblings and everyone kindly.
I don't know what you're talking about, and I can totally do that.
I'm not going to drag you.
Nobody has come to talk to me anyway. Like, I'm literally just in here and doing my own thing. Nobody's ever come to talk to me. Nobody's ever told me, like, to do something. If I need to do something, you can easily tell me. I'm not over talking you. I'm talking and you're literally just interrupting me.
I'm not talking over you, she says. I'm just talking, and you, as the father, are talking over me. In the same junction, in the same breath, also saying that he is lying, while also calling him a narcissist. Kudos to the father for saying that this is not past the realm of reconciliation, but you got to get out of this house. You got to go. The level of disrespect, as the man is paying for a roof over your head, is incredible. And the fact that the brothers are there in support of the father says a lot. Let's go.
So, literally, if something needs to be done, nobody's even told me anything. I'm sitting here working, trying to move out. I'm going to school also, and you're still trying to put me out. I just need a couple more days. And honestly, I still don't know why you're kicking me out, because I haven't really done anything.
The level of self-reflection from this young lady shows me clearly that she lives in a bubble that is surrounded by other women and that is guided by other women's thoughts. And I'm going to show you another video that sort of brings all of this together so that you have a deeper understanding of where women are getting this sense of superiority from. Because that's what's happening here. Who in their right mind would think that they could talk to someone who is completely supporting them like this? Think about that for a second. So she claims she has a job. Imagine her going to her boss and talking to her boss in this fashion. What do you think would happen? Let's just break this shit down. The boss would fire her, correct? Well, technically, that's what this father is doing. He's firing her because this level of entitlement and disrespect should not be tolerated by any individual at all.
And you think I'm being disrespectful? I'm talking normally to you. I'm talking normally to you, and you think I'm being disrespectful.
Cursing at your dad is disrespectful.
I wasn't cursing at you, and I'm sorry I cursed still, but I'm sorry that it hurt your ego that much.
Ego.
You think that's being disrespectful? I'm sorry that it hurt my ego. I don't have an ego with a 23-year-old child that I helped birth.
Sure.
23-year-old grown woman.
With
sure.
Ego. That is disrespectful, sure. You don't...
It's not disrespectful if I don't have to agree with you. I don't have to agree with you, but it's not disrespectful.
Do you see this?
No.
I've given you an opportunity to talk. You said I was over talking you, and now you're over talking me. And
I don't agree with you, but that doesn't mean I'm disrespecting you. I'm listening to what you're saying now.
You're not.
These are the young women that absorb all of the content on the internet about, the manosphere, and then they will label men who watch content about it, or just even not, just men that are trying to, earn respect, whether it be their father, whether it be a boyfriend, and they'll say that they are practicing toxic masculinity. And they'll throw out words such as you are a narcissist, you can't let your ego go, as a way to try to control you as a man. The fact that you are over talking this man at all says it all. And a lot of time what these liars do is that when they pull out the camera, they'll shift how they speak about something or the word choices that they use, right? She's talking to him like this with the camera on. Imagine with the camera off. Just like he called out, you was cussing at me. But kudos to the father for keeping calm throughout all of this. But you could tell that he's had enough.
What you don't understand is that you don't make decisions in this home.
I know
you
I don't.
are demanding that you stay is not going to work.
I'm not demanding. I'm just telling you that I need to because I don't have a place to go. And you really just want to put me out like
when
that.
When I talked to you and said,
where am I going to go? Are you going to help me?
Again, am I speaking or are you talking?
We're having a conversation. Are you speaking? And you're not responding to what I'm saying to you. And this is all one-sided. This is all a one-sided conversation.
23 acting like 13.
I'm trying to say this. You're not even listening to a thing I'm saying. So if it's supposed to be a conversation, respond to what I'm saying to you.
Are you ready?
Woo! I am ready. Are you?
You ready? Excuse me? Are you going to allow
I would
me
never.
to speak now?
What do you mean allow? This is supposed to be a conversation.
And you won't get an explanation. And I'm already letting you know what's going to happen. As I stated to you, I attempted to state when I came to you and said, I need to see some measurable changes in how you talk to people in the house.
Yeah.
Treat people.
These are my brothers, by the way. They're trying to help me put my stuff out when I have a job and I'm trying to go to school.
Selfish.
They're really supportive brothers. So is my father. Really supportive.
Whoa.
Who's a narcissist? She's only thinking about herself. She's the victim, the perpetual victim. This is the sign language that we see in today's modern woman. Sign, shame, insult, guilt, and the constant need to be right. This is the pathology of most modern women today. You wonder why they can't get married. So she's trying to shame all the men in the room who absolutely see the problem in the room. And she is the common denominator. She is the one in the room. Now she will accuse the brothers of not supporting her. Don't you think if a brother realized that, hey, my sister's being treated unfairly, they would come to her rescue? That's what brothers do. These are big boys. These aren't small boys. So these are boys that would probably stand up for their sister. But that is obviously not the issue here.
You speak to respond. You do not speak to listen. You're not even paying attention. Why are you smiling? This is serious.
I'm smiling because this is pathetic.
And that is correct. Because you should be able to have humility to talk with me.
I'm talking.
And not keep calling things pathetic and stupid and idiotic and all the things that you said to me over and over again.
Sure.
And
I never said those things, by the way.
The irony of this is that she wants to talk to him like this because she considers herself an adult. Meanwhile, she doesn't understand that she's acting like a dirty little baby and then posting this to the internet to try to expose the men in her life, acting as if she is correct. What degree of brainwashing is happening within our society? She's talking as if she's got all the leverage in this situation. Meanwhile, she has zero.
You think that's respectful? Everyone in the home is uncomfortable.
Lies. These are lies. He's lying.
I'm done. I'm not going to do this. I'm done.
Cool.
What you're doing is wrong.
What you're doing is wrong.
Alicia, when you leave, you can't come back.
I just need 16. I just need until the 16th.
Talks are off.
No, you're not. You're not going to bring my stuff to my job.
Don't bend
when I don't have a place to go right now. I'm in the process of moving. I made an application. It is the 30th right now. No, the 29th. I just need until the 16th of August.
Alicia.
These are the ones that call you narcissists.
I don't bother anybody. I do what I'm supposed to do. I'm working and I'm going to go to school. And you're antagonizing me.
Whoa.
This is sad. This is really sad.
You have no idea how much this triggers me. as a father. Oh, this is triggering, man. How did we get here with our women? How did we get here? I need the mothers to tell me, how the hell did we get here? How is it that the product that you create, the product that you're supposed to nurture, you are supposed to be the nurturers of our society? How did we get here? How could you produce this product and think that it's going to be okay? You think that she's going to have any successful relationships? You think any man of quality is going to touch this? Hell no. She is doomed. She is doomed to a life of solitude, being an independent woman, so to speak. More than likely, she won't even get an employer to freaking work with her. Who's going to hire that? You think that's going to hold on to a job or hold on to a man? She better be a damn good solo entrepreneur.
You won't be able to come back after work. You need to take some stuff to make sure you have...
They won't even look at me. Look at this.
They're embarrassed. They're disappointed. And they know that they're on camera. You're disrespecting them just pulling out the camera. They know that their family life is going to be online. Oh, they can't even look at me. No, shit, I wouldn't look at you either. Why would any of them say anything and get judged online? This is no different than being on a date and your freaking date pull out the bloody phone and start recording you and start giving a whole commentary on how horrible you are. Why would a man open himself up to that by saying anything or even looking at you? This is mind-blowing.
You won't be able to come back after work. Make sure you take what you need so you can have your...
Also, Brayden, I want to let you know Mom told me that you're only listening to what he's saying because you're afraid that he's going to do the same thing to you. You're afraid that he's going to cut you off like he's doing to me. That's what she told me.
Oh, it's Mama.
Can you clarify that, Brayden? Do you think that I'm going to cut you off? You can speak, son. She's speaking to you.
Let me sit down.
Oh.
She's talking to you.
I'm just trying to keep my composure.
Oh.
I'm just extremely...
Yeah, you're just trying to not get in trouble.
No, I'm extremely just disappointed in you, Lucy.
In me? I'm disappointed in you. My younger brother. I didn't know my younger brother could be like this to her sister like this. I'm disappointed in you. I'm disappointed in you as well.
Why are you disappointed in me?
Because you're helping him kick me out. And you have been lying to him about me.
Lucy,
You haven't talked to me. You have been avoiding me.
You need to go. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My brother says I need to go. This is crazy. Y'all, I haven't done anything. Oh my gosh.
I haven't done anything, as she points the camera at her family, outing them online. You see, each and every one of you that are watching this video, we have become very accustomed to this sort of behavior where the cameras are in the house. Everybody has a freaking camera on their phone and everybody thinks that it's their right to get content. But this is a private family matter. Now, I share it because it highlights a very serious problem that's going on in the dynamics of family and the home and relationships. But the people who are in the scene itself, they are not willing participants. The three men in front there, they are not willing participants. Remember that. I want you to just keep that in mind as you listen to this crap. And this is a woman who's going through the whole plethora of the shaming language to discredit these men. Not only men, her fathers and brothers, the two most important protectors of this woman. These are the first line of defense for this woman. And she's literally trying to throw them under the bus. Think about that shit. Calling the father a liar. Calling the brothers a liar.
You ought to be ashamed of yourselves.
Yeah, what I refer to this as, and it's interesting because she will refer to her father as a narcissist, but there's some women out there that are emotional narcissists, meaning that if something is not going their way, they will weaponize their femininity. They will weaponize that they are the weaker vessel while painting all of these people that she views as accosting her as the bad person. And usually they'll do it through reputation destruction, trying to manipulate or embarrass you until they get their damn way. And what's interesting is that she brings up her mama in here. So this sounds like this comes from a divorced home. And I think that the mother has something to do with this poisoning the well for the young daughter, continuing to create an environment where she cannot get along with the father. And this is the result, the family being pitted against each other.
You all ought to be ashamed. Internet's going to see this.
Yeah, we are.
You ought to be ashamed of yourselves.
Like, what's the reason? Why do you want it to be on the internet?
Because the people need to see this.
The people.
But yeah, she's got to go, and not tomorrow, not the day after that, but now, immediately.
So after we watched that, I want to take you now over to Alexander Grace's channel, because he had another example of why women are acting like this, right? And I thought these two videos tied in perfectly together. This video is entitled, "This Choice Makes Women So Angry." And of course, I'm going to put the link to both of these videos in the description of this particular video. And of course, I'll pin them at the top of the comment section here.
I'm not driving you anywhere.
Yes, you are.
Ooh.
Drive me. Come on.
What do you think this is?
My world. Okay, I can do whatever I want. Yeah, you're my boyfriend, and if you're not setting the standards in which I'm happy with, then you can leave.
You do what I want. You're my boyfriend. I own you. Sounds like abuse, but it's not. It's empowerment because it's a woman that's setting the standards. Of course, if a man was to say, be kind, be feminine, that would now be abuse. That's him being controlling. Because in this culture, only women are allowed to set standards for the opposite gender. In days past, men and women held standards for each other. It was reciprocal, and in that process, they defined each other's value. Women said what they wanted in a man, and men did the same, and that's healthy. Later on, I'm going to explain why. But right now, what's important for you to know is that that is not the world that we currently live in. Because in the modern female mindset, a man believing that he has the right to evaluate her worth as a woman, that is offensive by definition. You see, feminism rewrote the roles for men and women, and judge of women is nowhere in a man's job description. Of course, judging men and their worth is at the top of a woman's list. For many women, holding men accountable is not just casual commentary, it's a moral crusade.
And that is what was just demonstrated in the MTR video. That woman was shaming her father and her brothers publicly, completely comfortable, thinking that that is okay. I can do that because I'm a woman. And the men, what do? They just sit there, take it. Why? Because they're being recorded. They're being recorded. And if they're being recorded, the society that we have now that is currently set up, these gentlemen know full well anything they say will be held against them in the court of public opinion. Well, except on channels like this. But I need you to understand that this is the society we now live in. And as if you keep taking it as men and keep simping for these women, you will not end up in the best position. Women don't just stop taking from you when they get their way. They keep sucking and sucking and sucking as long as there's something there to take and you're willing to give it to them. This is the corruption of the male mind.
They enjoy the process of cracking the whip, making sure that men behave, always acting the way that women want them to. They feel like they are performing a sacred duty to correct, critique, and control how men behave. You see, they're not ashamed of holding strict standards, they celebrate it. But as you can see, if you look at men's role in today's society, judging women is not on that list. In fact, if a man was to offer up the mere suggestion that a woman has duties to a man, that is highly controversial and likely to anger women.
All right, let me read men's roles, just for those of you that are not watching the video. Provide money, absorb blame, support women, manual labor, fight in conflicts, hide suffering. That's a man's role. Every one of them are true.
Covert feminism in society is big, especially on the conservative side. So here's what happens, right? Women need to have feminine virtues for men to be pursuing masculine virtues, for you to say things like, well, what I want is for men to protect me and I want men to make money. Well, that's great. What that ends up doing is it gives you a set of privilege in society. What do men get? What do men get for doing that for you? What are we getting from women for doing that? Are we getting chaste virgins on our wedding night? No, we're not getting chaste virgins on our wedding night. Are we getting women of great virtue? No, we're not getting women of great virtue. Their version of masculinity is men who take care of us, men who protect us, men who do all of this. Those are all duties that men have towards women. Great. What are the duties that women have towards men? What are the duties that women have towards anything? What do men get out of this arrangement? What are we getting out of this arrangement? Can you tell me?
Most men are born to be protectors and providers. I can't imagine my dad saying, you know what, to my mom, you know what, I'm not going to be a protector and a provider unless you do this. That's not how real men operate. Real men are protectors and providers. But I don't think a man needs to get something out of it to be a manly man, a protector and a provider. If you think you need to get something out of it, I quite frankly don't consider you a real man.
Do this. Do that. Protect, provide, meet my standards, jump my hurdles, pass my tests. But if you want something in return, not a real man. It makes women so angry when you ask them what they contribute to a man's life. And if you want to know the truth, deep down, the real reason why women get so triggered when men express preferences for how women should behave, it's because it sets off a chain reaction that leads to an outcome that modern women find repulsive.
Man, this is where the problem come in. And referring back to the father-daughter interaction. The young lady thinks that she has nothing to contribute. She has no responsibility at all. She don't have to be nice. She don't have to be polite. She don't have to be respectful because she is the father's daughter. And he should, as a man and as a father, allow her to do whatever the hell she wants. And in turn, she can be as disrespectful as she wants. Women think that they don't have to contribute anything to men. They really, really think that men have been taking for so long, now it's time for the woman to take over. And we deserve it all because we are women. It's the most bizarre and disgusting thing that I've ever seen occurring in any society. One half of the society is required to feed the other one. The other one becomes a parasite. Now, of course, I'm not talking about all women. I have an amazing wife for the last 22 years that contributes back to this family significantly. I am incredibly happy with my wife. Yeah, sometimes she drives me insane, but that's normal. But at the end of the day, she's been an absolute trooper, okay? So I know that there are good women out there because I have one. And I have two daughters who I'm trying to groom, fighting against a freaking virus that is constantly grabbing at them to change them into the most horrible parts of what society have produced for women. The undesirables is what I call them. The women that are only there for the pleasure of men, not the provision and not for the building of families, only for the pleasure. The large majority of women in today's society have just literally become a collection of holes where the top men can just get their rocks off. That is not a position that men have put them in. That is a position that women have put themselves in, because they have become undesirable in every other respect. They think that a man must give them everything that he works for to access those holes. That's it. Tell me if I am wrong, because that's all women are bringing to the table. They're not bringing anything else to the table. They're not going to provide money for a man. They're not going to try to build with a man. They're not bringing any mental support to a man. They think, you just got to give me what I want. And if I feel like it, and only when I want to do it, I'll give you access to one of my holes. And as uncouth as that sounds, my friend, that is the reality of the world that we currently live in. And whether that woman is 21 or 61, she's thinking like that. And the game amongst all of these women, this competitive advantage, is each woman trying to outcompete the next woman, proving to her competitor that her holes is pulling in better quality men, bigger D or bigger wallets. That's it. That's all that's happening right now in today's environment. My punani is earning more money than your punani. Look at my BBL. Look at my lips. Look at my Botox. Look at my fake titties. They're all pulling in bigger and better D's.
Okay, back to our chain reaction and why so many modern women are terrified when men express any kind of preference. You can see here she doesn't like men having standards because standards implies accountability. That's dangerous because accountability implies reciprocity, and reciprocity implies equality. And that's it. That's what's dangerous. That is what modern women cannot stomach. I'm talking about a visceral bodily reaction of disgust. The idea that a man considers himself to be my equal, really, an equal, a man to me, a woman. No, absolutely not. A man says, I think I prefer to date feminine women. And she freaks out because she knows what that implies. If he expresses a preference, then that means that he is comfortable setting standards for women. I can't let him do that because if I do, then that means I have conceded that women can be held accountable to those standards. It's my job to make sure men are accountable to my standards. But if we're both doing that to each other, then that means that this relationship is reciprocal. And if we're both mutually judging each other, then that means that we must be equals. No, as a modern woman, I cannot accept that a man is my equal.
Does height matter?
Of course it does.
Step on the scale.
I'm not going on the scale. You should love a girl for who they are.
You should love a guy for who they are, regardless of height.
That's true.
So take it back then.
And I'm not taking it back.
Step on the scale.
No.
You're being a coward.
Weight, you're ridiculous. You don't need to know an exact number.
You don't need to know an exact height.
All you gotta know is that they're taller than me, and that's it.
Okay, I want you to be lighter than me. Step on the scale.
No.
Men keep thinking that women are going to be embarrassed when they're caught in their double standards. But you don't understand, these women are not going to be ashamed of their hypocrisy because that would assume that they feel some kind of moral obligation to treat men as equals. They don't. I'm telling you, in the mindset of the modern woman, women are superior to men.
I do think that women are better in every way.
Feminist is somebody who thinks women are equal to men. I'm probably this. I think women are better than men.
I think women are better than men, and I'm not asking for equality. I'm honestly hoping for revenge.
You know, I still have women who tell me that feminism is about equality, but look at the roles of men and women in today's society and tell me, does that look equal to you? If this was truly about equality, then why is the concept of men having standards for women so threatening? When you say that you want a man to be tall, wealthy, masculine, confident, sure, equality means men are allowed to want women who are thin, who are feminine, soft-spoken, and sexually unspoiled. If that makes you angry to hear that, then just admit it. You don't want equality. What, you can't admit that?
And he's so right. He is so freaking right. Gentlemen, it's a freaking clown world out there. When I have to do the research and see this crap that's happening, I want to try to reach more women to let them see the problems in today's environment. I will probably start doing live shows and call-in shows. If any of you ladies want to join me on my podcasts and talk about these issues, I will be more than happy to do that as well. But, my friends, I don't want to make this video too long. Go over to two of these brothers' podcasts, MTR and Alexander Grace's channel. Remember, I'll put the links here. And, of course, support them as well. So, my friends, like this video on the way out. And until tomorrow, remember, whenever in doubt, always, always ask an older man. I'll see you soon. Cheers.